Now this story is coming from Luke chapter 1. It's the gospel according to the angel Gabriel to Zechariah. Herod was king. It's coming from Luke 1. Herod was king in Judea, and Zechariah was a priest. He and his wife Elizabeth were from the priestly line of Aaron. They were upright. They were faithful in observing the law or the Mosaic law, and yet they were barren, or they were childless, and Elizabeth was barren, and they were both elderly. Now Zechariah's division of priests were serving at the temple, and Zechariah was chosen by Lot to burn the incense at the incense altar. The people were gathered outside. The worshipers were gathered out there praying, and Zechariah entered into the temple, and he had a vision, an angel appeared to him, and Zechariah was struck with fear. He was gripped by fear, and the angel said, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayers have been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son. You're to name him John. He'll be a source of joy to you and many in Israel. He will be great and before the Lord, and he's not to drink wine or fermented drink, but he'll be filled with the Holy Spirit even from birth. He'll be responsible for turning many in Israel back to the Lord, and he will go before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah and turn the hearts of the fathers back to the children, and he would prepare a people, or he would make people ready for the coming of the Lord." Now Zechariah said, "How can I be sure of this? For I am old and my wife is elderly." And the angel said, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I have been sent here to bring you this good news. But because you have not believed my word, you will not be able to speak until the child is born." Now the people were wondering what was taking Zechariah so long in the temple, and when he came out, he's waving his hands and he's making signs, and yet he couldn't speak, and the people realized that he had seen some type of vision while he was in the temple. Now when his division finished their service at the temple, he returned to his home area, the hill country of Judea. His wife Elizabeth became pregnant, and she remained in seclusion for 5 months, and then Elizabeth exclaimed, "The Lord has done this for me. He has shown his favor, and he has taken away my disgrace among the people." And this is the story from Luke chapter 1.